also from Mercadian Masks.
Yo, what? Greetings, you loyal inventors. I hope you're doing well. My name is Graham. Welcome to the Crack-A-Pack here on LRRMTG. Like, share, and subscribe. But, like, actually, though. Like, I know that we say that, and you're like, yeah, like, share, and subscribe. But, like, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please actually subscribe to the channel. It's annoying how much it helps. Today, I'm opening a pack of Assassin's Creed. Magic the Gathering, Universes Beyond, Assassin's Creed, a Ubisoft original, a Beyond booster, the first ever Beyond booster. The last ever Beyond booster? This is the Universes Beyond Assassin's Creed product that was originally going to be released in some kind of form, sort of like Aftermath, but then that didn't go well, and so they pivoted to, I don't know, naming them differently. I'm not entirely sure what exactly happened. There's 7 cards, and that doesn't sound like it's going to make for a long episode, but I don't know anything about this set. I have no idea. I've played a bunch of the Assassin's Creed games. I even played Liberation on my PSP Vita. Was it on Vita? Is that the one? But I don't actually know a huge amount about the series. But I can tell you that this may contain cards ACR 1 to 154 and 1 to 4 of rarity rare or higher, and then 3 to 5 uncommons and 0 to 1 lands. Boy, if it's 7 cards and I get a land like a basic in here, that will be annoying. This was given to us by me. I bought it when we were in Amsterdam because the set was coming out, and I was like, oh, I should get some of these for content. And then here we are now, and I'm finally opening one. Okay, how are these collated? We may never know. The back of the pack is an art card, so I can tell you that much. This looks like a hidden blade. Hidden blade. Nailed it. Okay, I figured that much out. I know what a hidden blade looks like. Let's dive in. Alexios, Deimos of Cosmos. What? Alexios, is it pronounced Deimos? Deimos of Cosmos. 3 and a red for a 4/4 human berserker. Okay, 4 mana 4/4. All right, you got me so far. It's got trample. Great. Alexios, Deimos of Cosmos attacks each combat if able, can't be sacrificed, and can't attack its owner. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player gains control of Alexios, untaps it, and puts a +1/+1 counter on it. It gains haste until end of turn. So it just goads around the table. This is very Commander. So it just, the beginning of the next person, you play... Alexios doesn't have haste inherently, so you play Alexios, nothing happens. Then you pass the turn, and then they get it. Alexios becomes a 5/5, has to attack, can't be sacrificed, and can't attack you. This sounds hellish, and I kind of love it. This should go into a very chaotic commander deck. I like that a lot. Next, we have Petty Larceny, 3 and a black for a sorcery, with free running for 1 and a black. I don't know what that means. Free running is, you may cast this spell for its free running cost if you dealt combat damage to a player this turn with an assassin or commander. Okay. So there was a Lorwyn mechanic that cared about if you dealt damage with a fairy or rogue, and it did things. I don't actually know. I don't remember if it was a named mechanic or if it's just cards that did things if you had dealt damage, or maybe it was just attacked. It's been some time, and I wasn't actively playing Magic when Lorwyn was around. I guess they looked at all of Assassin's Creed and were like, all right, what are the hallmarks of these games? Stabbing people. Right, but we have combat. That's just a thing that's going to happen. Okay, him run up buildings. Yeah, okay, sure. We'll call it free running. Neat. So if you've stabbed someone, then it's cheaper. Cool. Right, well, what's this card do? Look at the top. Don't worry about it. This is all part of the card. Look at the top 2 cards of target opponent's library and exile those cards face down. You may play those cards for as long as they remain exiled, and mana of any type can be spent to cast them, and you create a treasure token. That sounds great. Especially if you get to cast it for its free running cost, then it's 2 mana to just draw 2 extra cards from the top of their library and make a treasure token. That seems great. Okay. Coastal Piracy. Is this a reprint? Was there a card called Coastal Piracy before? I think there was. 2 blue for an enchantment. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to an opponent, you may draw a card. Mighty kind of these fellows to keep our riches safe for us. Let's go thank them properly, says Edward Blackbeard Thatch. Was Coastal Piracy a reprint?
Yeah, it's from Mercadian Masks originally.
Wow. What a deep cut. All right, cool. Oh, dinger. It's a basic swamp. It's a cool looking swamp. It's like Industrial Revolution London. So it's all, you know, like smoke and brick and trains and stuff, but still. All right. How many? So we've only got, 3 more cards now. Right. There's a bunch of... So I actually stopped playing mainline Assassin's Creed games before they got really weird. And so I'm like... But I see them, right? And so I'm like, okay, sure. Petty larceny, yeah, Coastal Piracy. I remember the pirate one. I remember that. Sure, this will make sense. What's next? Oh, Mjolnir. What? Yeah, Mjolnir, Stormhammer. Like Thor's Mjolnir? Yeah. Because the game gets into like very science fiction, like holy relics and aliens and precursor species and things like that. Spoilers, I guess. Anyway, it's a 4-mana legendary equipment. When it enters the battlefield, attach it to a legendary creature you control. Whenever equipped creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls and put a stun counter on it. Then, Mjolnir deals damage to each opponent equal to the number of tapped creatures that opponent controls. And it equips for 4. I wonder if they knew about the Marvel stuff when they were designing this, and if they can just reprint this, but for Thor later. Because there's nothing in here that screams Assassin's Creed. And I think it works well enough for Thor's version of it, too. That's so weird. It's like, yeah, Assassin's Creed, right? Sneaky, runny, stabby, hidden blade. Ooh, assassins and the Templars. The assassins and Templars. Also, someone has Mjolnir. Okay, this makes more sense. Conspiracy. Also, it's foil. 3 black for an enchantment. As Conspiracy enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creatures you control are the chosen type. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. Neat. Is this a reprint? I think it is.
Also from Mercadian Masks.
Yo, what? All right. I wonder what it was about Mercadian Masks that they were like, oh, you know what? All right. And our last one. Wow. So I'm pretty sure, I shouldn't say because I don't know for sure, but one of these cards is, I think one of these cards is in each one of these Beyond boosters. It doesn't specify that because it doesn't affect the rarity, but anyway, it's in the fancy frame. Sinu, Keen-Eyed Protector. 1 and a white for a 2/1 bird scout with flying and vigilance. That's already great, honestly. 2 mana, 2/1 flying vigilance, sold. Tap and exile Sinu Keen-Eyed Protector. You gain 2 life and scry 2. What? Oh, keep reading, Graham. The rest, I was like, the third line of text had better explain what's happening in the second line of text, and it does. When a legendary creature you control attacks and isn't blocked, if Sinu is exiled, put it onto the battlefield attacking. So like you can declare the attack and then exile Sinu then. But you won't know whether or not they're blocking. There's no sort of time where you can go like, oh, they're not blocking, great, exile Sinu and then bring them back. That doesn't work. You have to, Senil's got to be gone ahead of time. But if you attack with something and they can't or won't block, and then you just go bird, and the bird comes back. That's cool. Also, people like birds, so I assume this is potentially worth $1. I don't know. So yeah, 6 actual cards, and then an art card and a basic swamp. And it's a very cool looking basic swamp, but it's not a spell. So 6 spells in this Beyond booster. What are we moving beyond? Is it just Universes Beyond? Is that why they call it a Beyond booster? They're like, yeah, it's the Universe Beyond. Don't worry about it. It's a Beyond booster.
But the problem with that then is that it only works for Universes Beyond. And if they wanted to do something like Aftermath again, what are they going to call those?
I don't know.
Not that I expect them to do something like Aftermath again, to be fair.
You know what? It's, brief aside, I was at GameStop the other day, and they still have, like, March of the Machines Aftermath collector boosters.
Nice.
And they are preposterously priced because that's just the price that GameStop sells them at. They don't care about, like, no one wants these, no one's buying them, they're a year and a half old. So they're just like no one's paying this for it's like, I can't remember, it's somewhere on the box, it's like, you know, like 5 cards. Like, it's something preposterous about how few cards are in there, and they're like, you know, $20 or something. It's silly. These, at least, I don't actually know how much these cost, I should say. I bought a bundle because it came with all the other basic lands, which is another reason that I'm like, I don't care about this swamp. I have a pile of them over there. And the Royal Assassin, which was nice. All right, what's this running up?
$8.20.
Cool.
Yeah. The hammer is $4.28, and the burb is $2.
Yeah, bird.
And the conspiracy foil is 75 cents.
All right, cool. You can't draft 6 cards, so it doesn't matter, but I'd probably take that hammer. That hammer seems very strong, and it can go into any deck. Failing that, the bird seems good. I mean, these all seem good, honestly. They're all good cards. I guess you can do that when it's 7/6 undraftable cards in a Beyond booster. This is very silly. Hey, thanks everybody for joining me today on Crack-A-Pack. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I kind of want to open more of these.
Well, you bought a whole bundle, so...
Yeah, we got a bunch kicking around, so, you know, maybe you'll see more Assassin's Creed ones in the future. But until then, I hope that you're able to support us on our Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun, or become a member of this very YouTube channel. I have been Graham. James has joined me on tech. Shout out to the editors as always, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.